I got that animal ambition. I got that animal ambition. I got that.
Hey y'all, Smoak kid, what's good? This video is gonna be another CM Punk related content. I seen this guy posted a video the other day. Maven, former WWE wrestler. He made a YouTube account like what, 5 months ago or something. I could be totally wrong, but I know it's been recent. It's been blowing up the chain ever since. Rightfully so. He's a former wrestler and former WWE guy. So his input could, entertain a lot of fans out there like me and stuff. I be watching his stuff from time to time. He released good stuff. Talk about his time in the business and how things used to be when he was over there. And mind you, this was like, from 01 to like 05, 06 or something. He's gonna be talking about how he was the first guy to perform with CM Punk in the ring. CM Punk debuted in 2006 on the ECW brand, and he built himself up from there. He had trial matches like back in the day, like 2001 and like late 90s or something like that, I think 99. So, he finally made his mark in 2006, and he became a household name since. So yeah, let's take a peek.
Hey guys, Maven here. Now, fun fact about me, I fought CM Punk in his very first WWE televised match. Now, the match was on Sunday Night Heat, and it was a tag match, me and Simon Dean versus Punk and unsigned talent, Russell Simpson. Here's what's interesting about this match. Simon Dean and I actually disobeyed direct orders from WWE and did not get in trouble. So we're gonna watch the match. I'm gonna tell you exactly what the top brass told us to do, show you what we actually did, and then tell you how we avoided getting into trouble altogether. And a quick thank you to Mike Bucci, AKA Simon Dean, who helped me dust off the 18-year-old cobwebs from my head and reminded me about this match. Now this match, nothing special. It was an opportunity for Simon and I to showcase what we could do as a tag team, get an easy victory without sacrificing someone currently on our roster. And for CM Punk and Russell Simpson at the time, they were unsigned. So this was a tryout match for them, allowing the office to see exactly what they could do in hopes of getting a WWE contract.
But now, these two could be more suited for each other. Why? Because they're both clowns?
And there we get our first sighting of Punk. When I first met Punk, it was actually through Stevie Richards. Stevie came up to me earlier in that day, and Punk and Stevie were friends at the time. And Stevie asked me, he was like, Maven, I want to make sure Punk has a good showing. Can you guys do everything in your power to put forth a good match? I was like, absolutely. Now, on the Sunday Night Heat or Velocity, the producers or the agents, they would give us guys a little bit more leeway in allowing us to do pretty much what we wanted to do. As long as we hit time cues. We still had to hit, if they gave us 6 minutes with entrances, it had to be a tight 6. 7 had to be a tight 7.
Because he still doesn't have abs as good as yours. Enough about Stone Cold Steve Austin. We used the Simon system.
It's so stupid.
Thing was gone, he looked great. And now he's ready to roll, but yet at the same time, he disrespected my main man Maven and Simon Dean. That I cannot approve of.
Punk has no clue what the higher-ups asked of us. This is going to be as much news to him as it is to you.
Simon
That's
shakes
cool.
the back. Wasn't it fairly obvious? It was obvious.
Nice fireman's carry. Arm bar. Nice flipper, reverse. Look at that height on that hip toss.
Dean may have, been bitten off more than they can chew, but against these two guys are taking on right here.
Now we see Punk for the first time entering this match. Backstage earlier in the day, going over the match with Punk and Simpson, honestly, I didn't know who Punk was. I didn't know him. I did know that he had carved out a pretty good niche for himself on the independent wrestling scene, and he had somewhat of a name. So I knew going into it he was going to be a good worker. But this is pro wrestling, and you're always going to adhere to the veteran. And in this case, the veteran was by far Simon Dean. Now, Simon Dean wrestled in ECW as Nova. He had years in the business over all of us in the ring. 90% of this match was put together by Simon. Backstage, Punk was all ears. He was easy. He was easygoing. He was willing to, do whatever was needed for the match. And to be honest with you, all of us was listening to Simon. And Simon actually was the one who had the idea moving forward to protect Punk.
Now they have to look great in the ring. Do you understand that? Let me ask you this. Is Hulk Hogan one of your guys, so to speak?
I stop it right here for one reason. Like I said, it's been 18 years since I was in the ring with Punk. But what I do remember was he wasn't stiff in any way. He was very solid. The kicks were in there, but they weren't overdone. They sounded exactly where they needed to be. He was with everything. You could tell that he had good training. You could tell that he had been wrestling good opponents, and you knew that. I don't want to say he was destined for greatness, because at this point, I don't think I saw superstar on him, but you knew that he was a great.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Only because CM Punk was and probably is still a small dude, but it was that heel run in 2009 that kind of put him forward. Because when he was World Heavyweight Champion in 08, my gosh, even me at 10 years old, I couldn't take him serious, bro. It was hilarious.
Great worker, and you knew that he could develop into something else. He just needed something to help him, and maybe it was a match with Maven to springboard that career.
You see that ridiculous ovation he got?
You can't hate him, man.
Fame induction ceremony. One more match, and now, see, Maven's looking fantastic.
Oh, that was a good punch. But also with a good drop kick. Matt threw a good punch.
You heard the fans chant. Yeah, you can hear the fans right now chanting a not so flattering chant.
Looking back, I see why Punk became what he did, because even in a small 6-minute match on Velocity, he was selling great. He was, giving his, face forward, and he was providing, not just to us, but to the crowd. He was giving the crowd a reason to hate us, and that reason was, hope. He was providing hope to them, and a reason to say we sucked.
Man, what a drop kick by Maven. The rule results in a win. No, a 2 count.
And look, right there, while I'm off doing my flex and getting my heat, but go back and watch it, you notice Punk pounding the mat. Small things like that, the people in the back are going to take notice of. Those tiny extras are what makes someone go from here to here, and what might give them a superstar career.
I thought he was gonna mention that he got hurt or something, but yeah, no, it's true though. It's in sports and life, anything, it's always the little things, bro. Big things matter, but it's always the little things that catapult you further ahead than others.
Teaming up and down. Somebody cover these guys. Hook in the leg. Forget about it.
Okay, right there is exactly where we went against management. The one thing management wanted, they wanted us to get the pinfall victory, the 1, 2, 3 on CM Punk. And for whatever reason, I have no clue. I mean, he wasn't even assigned talent at the time, but he already had heat in the company. There were already feathers he had ruffled. I don't know how, and I don't know whose. Nova saw it different. Nova wanted to give the guy a chance, and Nova made the decision that earlier on, when we were going over the match backstage, he said, once we come in, I'm gonna knock you out, Punk. You roll to the floor, go to the floor. That way we can get the slam 1, 2, 3 on Simpson. I don't know why Simon wanted to protect Punk. It could have been a favor to Stevie, like Stevie asked us earlier in the day, or he might have seen in Punk what the entire world would come to see years later. Simon was always a good gauge of talent. He might have known that Punk, for whatever reason, had heat backstage, and he was just doing everything in his power to protect him, knowing that if there was any trouble to be had, it was going to fall on us. And by us, I mean Simon. So the question remains, how do we then not get in trouble for disobeying direct orders? Therein lies the genius with Simon Dean. Simon, knowing they wanted the pinfall to be on Punk, also knew that during this time we were going to have time cues to hit. So by telling Punk, when I hit you, roll to the floor rather than standing up on the apron so you can be tagged back in, if you're on the floor, we're going to have to go with the flow. We're going to have to finish the match, thus being able to get the slam and finish on Russell Simpson, protecting us once we got backstage, because we could look at him and say, hey, we had 30 seconds. We knew we had to go home. Russell was right there. We had to get the 1, 2, 3 on him because Punk was on the floor. So to management, it looks like a miscommunication and an improvisation by us, when in reality, it was all thought about ahead of time by the creator of the Simon system. And this is actually probably even news to Punk. I doubt Punk knows that for this Sunday Night Heat match, the pinfall victory was supposed to go to him. We get backstage, the producers stuck their hands out, said, good job. I never heard anything about it. Never got any heat for it, never got in trouble for it. I do remember Punk being extremely gracious for the match that we all just had. And we evidently had such a good match that a few months later they would free up room for Punk's impending contract by releasing me. Now, I in no way, shape, or form encourage or condone not listening to management, because who knows, you might find yourself in Wrestler's Court. And to find out the truth about Wrestler's Court, click the link.
I watched that Wrestler's Court. It was an interesting topic. I might put that on my channel too, that video. But yeah, that was a good video, no lie. It's crazy because how was, let me see, CM Punk's like, what, 47 right now? This was 20 years ago. Yeah, so he comes in, 25-year-old kid, right? Unsigned, you got a trial match. You really got heat in the back by whomever? That's pretty wild. I don't know if that was just Maven assuming or that's the truth. I don't get it. What do you do? Not shake somebody's hand and they got offended and he got heat because of it? Like, stuff like that happens and it's annoying, but yeah, but that was awesome. Yeah, Maven, you see, whether it's an act or it's genuine, the way he talks, the way he acts on screen, I like it, bro. It got me hooked. Shit. The fact that CM Punk was supposed to be pinned, and Simon said in our effort we're doing my way without really saying why, you know, in that particular matchup with the wrestlers, that's good veteran shit, bro, no lie. That's what people need in this business, bro, to be unselfish. And for them to not catch heat after the match, like Maven said they were like upset, but they weren't, you know, it wasn't that serious. It's understandable. It was Sunday Night Heat, you know, it's, you know, a show for like development and tryout match and stuff. So no way you could really be ticked off about something like that. So yeah, no, that was awesome though. Yeah, I'll go react to more of his vids because I like his stuff, man. It's really good work, yo, no lie. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace, I'm out.